Hi, Tom Bird here from AKKA Karate USA in Independence, and I am here with my student Julian and his mom Alicia. And I just wanted to reach out and touch base with you guys just to see, Julian, you just tested for your junior third degree black belt. How was it?
It was a very different experience. It was fun. I made a lot of friends there, and overall, it was just a great time. And it was hard work, but it pays off in the end, definitely.
Yeah, okay. So you've been doing karate with AKKA since you were 8?
Yeah,
And
yes.
how you're 15 now, right?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Over the years, kind of describe your experience coming in as a young junior student and then now working on your way to your adult black belt.
Mhm. It was really scary when I first started. Yeah. I didn't know anybody, obviously, but as the years went on, it got easier to come here
Yeah?
every weekend. It was just it just got to the point where I really enjoyed it, and I looked forward to it coming every weekend.
Okay.
It's great.
What are some things that you enjoy about your training?
Just mostly the people, because it's not a scary like a scary experience after a while, because just you've been with the people for such a long time that you're friends with them, so you come here, you're familiar with everything and everyone, so it's just like hanging out with your friends is doing an activity.
Oh, okay, very cool, very cool. And Mrs. Miguel, you've seen Julian literally grow up here in the school. How do you think he's benefited from training here?
I think he has taught him discipline, which is something that didn't come naturally to him. Discipline in the sense of sticking with something. The interesting thing about karate is we always gave him the option to do it. Every year when it was time to renew and commit to another year, it was always his choice. And he always said he wanted to continue, which is interesting. And something else we have seen is how he matured mentally, not just physically, but mentally. I think especially in the last couple of years, how he understood that it was up to him to meet the goals that he set, and that there was only so much we could do for him, that it was up to him to actually do the work, do the training, and get ready, because we couldn't do it for him, we couldn't test for him. And it was, I think, especially as he reached the black belt, the junior black belts, it got more rigorous, more intense, and it was stressful at times. But I think he really learned how to manage time, how to discipline himself, and how to work for what he wanted to achieve, which in this case, this year was a third degree black belt. So it's been, I think, a very beneficial experience overall. It's interesting to remember when he started as a little boy and how it was all about playing, and how you guys plan the classes for kids that is really a lot of play, and they don't realize that they are learning. And then as he got older, he started to see how it was more serious than just playing, and how something I think is very interesting to see how you blend in the learnings, the theories behind what they are learning, and the belief system that the program has. You guys have conversations at the end of almost every class about what this means and how you feel about it, and how you set goals and work toward them. That are conversations that sometimes we don't have on a daily basis. So it's a great combination of physical fitness, mental fitness, discipline, and getting ready for life. Because I think what they learn in class here is something that's going to be beneficial to them for the rest of their lives. Setting goals, sticking with them, being disciplined, training for what you want, working hard. Being what Julian kept talking about, how he made friends, and you really built a very tight community, and you can see it in the training and how they joke with each other, how they support each other when it comes to training. I've seen it during the tests when it gets very hard and the students start to give up and to almost feel like they cannot go on, how everybody comes together and cheer and stick with them. I mean, it's very interesting.
All right, very good, very good. So, Julian, we said that you've been training since you were 8 years old, and you're 15 now. I mean, that's 7 years. That's a long time for a kid to stick with something. And I'm sure, I mean, were there times during the training that you wanted to give up and quit?
Yeah, a few times.
A few times?
But I really just remembered how gratifying it felt after every test when I got that new belt, that it was a great feeling. And yeah, just wanted I didn't just want to give up on that.
Okay.
Because by now it's been such a big part of my life. I've been doing it for 7 years, obviously, but yeah, I just didn't really want to just leave that behind all of a sudden.
Okay, so the feeling that you get from accomplishing a goal through your belt test is what kept you motivated all these years. Mm-hmm. Even though you did at times think you didn't want to do it anymore, you just developed that self-discipline and worked through that and kept showing up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, guys, if you could sum up your experience, well, actually, let me ask this first. If you could talk to someone out there who might be watching this video and they might be thinking about getting their son or daughter into karate lessons, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say that it's definitely a good idea, just because it's a fun experience while like she said, you're learning at the same time, even if you don't realize it. You're just learning about how to deal with not just attackers, like physically, but just how to deal with if you're having any problems in any kind of situation, really. Yeah, you can kind of feel that you're improving upon that by, like, when you talk about certain the situations or something like that at the end of class that you can apply to your life outside of karate and outside, like in school, if anything's going on, or just if you're at a job or something. It applies to just about everything. It's not just this one thing contained. You can apply it to a multitude of things.
So it's not just about learning how to defend yourself against the guy on the street who hasn't attacked you yet, but it's also about learning that self-defense is about managing the attacks, quote unquote, of stress, of time management, of being able to balance karate and school. I mean, you're involved in band in your high school, and that was a very big part of your life as well. But being able to, balance those things, or if a problem comes up in your life that is maybe a crisis situation, learning how to defend and manage that as well, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Mrs.
Right.
Mrs.
Well,
Miguel?
I was just thinking, as you were talking, I was thinking, you guys in class have lots of conversations toward the end about being mentally ready for whatever comes, whether it's the attacker in the street or, like you said, any situation that may throw you off balance. So it's all about being ready to tackle whatever is thrown at you. And I think karate is one of the few disciplines in which you find that idea of being prepared for whatever comes at you, whether it's physical or not. So I would, as a parent, I would say you can't go wrong. I mean, this is one activity in which your child will learn a lot, both physically, mentally, spiritually almost. You guys talk a lot about not religion, but spiritual things, about feelings, about how you become a better person. And as a parent, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So I would definitely recommend it.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate your input on that. If you could describe your experience with us in one word, what would it be, Julian?
That's good. Fun, even just because not necessarily that it's easy fun, but it's such an enjoyable experience. After all these years, I still love it. That it's fun. It's a good thing to do.
Oh, very good, very good. Mrs. Miguel?
Complete.
Complete, very good. I like that. Well, again, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.